The Philippines is literally a young nation with a high percentage of young people in its overall population. Children ages 5 to 17 comprise one-third of the overall Philippine population. Here in Davao City, most children live in a normal and comfortable life. However, there is a growing number of young people who cannot even go to school. These children, who are supposed to be in the environment of a classroom, are forced to help their family to earn money for a living. I am Mark Hildao, together with my correspondents. Join us as we take you to the different lives of these working children.
School. Playground. These are the places where children should be. But this is not true for some of them. The Philippines is known to be one of the poorest countries in Asia. According to the country team report, there were 27.6 million poor Filipinos in 2006, a 3.8 million increase from the 2003 data. Because of poverty, migration from rural to urban areas has made the Philippines the fastest urbanizing country in Southeast Asia, with 64% of its total population living in urban areas. 30% of 64% live in slums. With the high poverty incidence confronting many Filipino families, every member of the family is expected to contribute to the family, including children. This is why there are children aged 5 to 18 years who stay most of the time on the streets and in public places to earn for a living. Sometimes, they play with their peers and would even make the street their home where they sleep. A 2002 estimate puts the number of street children in the Philippines at 246,000, of which about 75% are working street children who go home to families, and 25% live on the streets. Government statistics showed that the country's population stood at 91 million as of the beginning of 2009. The country's total poor are found in Bicol and in Mindanao, where Davao City is situated. Davao City is tagged as the crown jewel of Mindanao in terms of economic activity. It is the single most important economy in the island, being the third biggest metropolitan area in the country, next only to Manila and Cebu. Davao City is home to over 1,600,000 people, with a considerable number of business establishments such as shopping malls, hospitals, entertainment, and telecommunications. But despite of being the Mindanao's commercial and trade hub, Davao City only managed to land fourth in the list of cities in southern Mindanao with the lowest poverty incidence in 2006. The Davao City Local Development Plan for Children, on the other hand, reports that in 2000, Davao had 1,505 street children and doubled its figure on the following year to 3,213. These children, wandering and living in the streets, are somehow very inevitable. No matter how the government strives in making ways to lessen the population of these children, it seems to be more impossible. Their needs are simple, but these needs are deprived from them due to unexpected consequences. How do these children manage to live their lives on their own? That is the question which comes to our minds on the first place. These children will give us the answer then.
Children who do not have their basic needs met are considered in especially difficult circumstances. These children face difficult circumstances even in times of peace. I'm Barbara Olson. Allow me to give you a view on how a child lives on the streets. These are the children who are in especially difficult circumstances. They can usually be seen in groups and sometimes alone and secluding themselves from others. They might be seen with smiling faces when playing and talking with their companions, but when hunger strikes them, their smiles fade and turn into pitiful reactions while begging money for passerby to buy food and fill their empty bellies. Street children are children aged 5 to 18 years who stay most of the time in the streets and in public places like Magsaysay Park here in Agdao. Poverty pushed them to the streets where they are in fact vulnerable to danger. Norman considers Magsaysay Park as his home where he eats, sleeps, and dreams. Aside from the beautiful spots here in Magsaysay Park, the place is also known for having the largest population of beggars in Davao City. Here we met Norham, generally untidy and undernourished. This young man never feels his differences among other children. Norham doesn't go to school. This is the reason why he has difficulties in communicating with other people. All he thinks is to find money. This young man, unfortunately, was born to beg for money. Norham's parents are separated and do have families on their own. Norham is living with his grandmother who is bedridden. This is the reason why Norham begs for money.
Ito pangalan mo? Norham.
Nga, pila pa di mo edad?
10.
Nag-eskwela pa ka? Wala na? Nga, Norham, asa yung mga magpapa?
Nakulag.
Nagulag na sila? Nga, nagulag na sila?
Nagulag na kabalo.
Kasi kauban ni mo ron.
Ano?
Ano, nagulag na sila?
Wala ganito ko kakita. Wala. Mga naman mo, wala makakita ka. Nagulag na. Nagulag.
Gulag sila? Pero wala ka kabaloon sa dahilan na nagulag sila. Norham spends most of his time in the Magsaysay Park asking money from the people who pass by.
Nagalimos na lang ko diri sa magkita sa dulyanan para na ako'y kwarta pang palit na bugas.
Perhaps most of us think that street children are the only ones with especially difficult circumstances, not considering children who are working at an early age. These children are known to be under the child labor industry. It is very disagreeable for children to work in order to meet their needs. But how come they are still willing to do the work that adults should be doing? They should have been enjoying their privilege of being children, but still, they have their reasons why they cannot take such privilege.
Children are indeed among the most vulnerable members of the society. They have weak bargaining power, prone to abuse and exploitation, and therefore require special protection from work which is detrimental for their well-being. Parents should provide all the needs of their children, especially education. They should be responsible in giving a better life for their children. Let the children live life freely. Let them be educated. Let them play. Let them experience being a child.